Peace reflection. I'll wait for some people to come into the room. Today I wanted to talk about Peopletarian, and I really wanted to talk about the real food pyramid. And there's 3 components that we should be taking into consideration when we are talking about the things that we digest. And the one thing that I can say that we all have in common in the conscious movement is that the first thing that we change in our life is the food that we eat. And for some reason, when we change our diets, it has given us a new level of consciousness. But what that has done for us, it has tapped us into the energy, that telluric energy force field that we receive, because we are now in harmony with the earth, because now we are eating with the earth. So now we have a new energy that's coming through us. But what I have found is that a lot of people, especially in the conscious movement, everyone calls themselves conscious. They're so conscious. But the conscious movement has just created people that are unconscious, because if you were truly conscious of who you were, you would know the people that you are around, the environment that you are in, and the food that you are eating is not conducive for you. So what are you truly being conscious in when you are in an environment that is not conducive to who you really are? So what I would like to do today, or this evening, I would like to break down 3 key components. And the first component in your diet, it should be people. Who are you surrounding yourself around? And is it parallel to who you are becoming when you truly do become conscious? Because the main source of our diet, it should be the people. But what we do, we want to correlate it to the food that we are eating, but we are consuming everything around us. We are having sex with everything around us. And if you knew what sex was, sex is sacred exchange of energy. You are exchanging energy with everything around you. You are energy, and you are connecting, and you are communicating to everything that which you are. So if you do not truly understand, if you do not truly are conscious of who you are going to coincide with something that does not resonate to your true becoming, you see. And people is that number 1 component that will enhance you or it will hinder you. And let me expound on that, because you can sometimes be with people that have a low vibration and a high vibration. And the way that you know who you are around is how you feel, because your feelings is an indication of what you're thinking. Because in this reality, everything that you create is through thought. So anybody that you are around, they are a replica of what you are thinking, because everything is inside of you, and everything is reflecting outside inside of you, and it's coming out of you. So whoever you are dealing with, it is showing you who you are and what you have vibrated to. So if you're not conscious of the people that you are around, if you're not selective to the people that you are around, it will hinder you in the long term, you see. So furthermore, what I would like to expound on is that just be very mindful of the people that you are around. People are so crucial to the involvement of who you are, because you have so many people that are walking around and do not truly understand what this is all about. And when you come into the conscious movement, when you become conscious of who you are, then you will truly see what is really going on. But if you continue to hang around those that are not conscious who you are, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's your downfall, because your aura is your odor, and people get convicted because of the aura that you are resonating with. It's the aura of the earth, and those that are not in harmony with the earth, they will be convicted by your own aura, and your aura is your energy. But because you decided to elevate higher, you decided to change your life, you decided to change what you're eating, what you're thinking, what you're consuming yourself with, you decided to isolate yourself, people that you continue to vibrate with, they will not understand. And it will make you think that you are doing something wrong because they don't truly know who they are. But the number one thing that we do with our food, we check the ingredients of our food, right? We look at the back of the ingredients. It says fat-free, it says low calorie, and we look at the back to see what it is. But the devil is in the details. And then you see what's actually in that food because it's not organic. It has been tampered with. So just like the people in your life, they have been tampered with. But the way that they fool you is by the way that they appear to be in your reality. Because just like with a woman, you see how these women are in Babylon. They are all souped up with their weave and with their makeup and with their jewelry, with their breasts and with their fat ass and their little waist. And that tantalizes you. But if you truly knew the detail of that person, which is their astrological program, which is their genetic makeup, you would know that that person is not good for you. So don't get caught up in what it perceives to be from your perspective. Get into the details of that person. Because in the details of the person, you know that that person is no good. You know that person is living evil. And what is that? Living backwards. So the only way that you can truly understand what's really going on, you must truly understand yourself first. And when you understand yourself first, which is through your astrological program, is understanding yourself, loving yourself, and really knowing what this is about by studying biology and studying physics and studying just the whole realm of this reality. Then you can truly become the master of your reality. And the first thing of mastering is the people that you are allowing yourself to be around. Now, the next thing is, once you realize and you are aware and conscious of the people that you're around, you will start looking at your environment. Because I don't care how high of a conscious of people and elevated and how vegan or fruitarian these people are. If y'all are in an environment that is not conducive to your well-being, that does not coincide what really is going on, and that is nature. And what is nature? Nature is God. Nature is the creative controlling force of the universe. And if you are still in an environment that does not coincide to all things that is pure and that is good, what good is the people that you hang around with? Because what has happened is that the environment of Babylon, it has taken from nature, it has replicated nature, making you think that where you are is the place that you should be. It has stolen from nature and making it seem comfortable and okay with the people that you are with. But until you change your environment, you are around people that truly do not know who they are. And if they don't know who they are, therefore it's reflected. You don't know who you are because of the people that you're around and the environment that you choose to place yourself in. So at the end of the day, you need to be in an environment that is conducive to who you are. And when I say conducive to who you are, it's connecting back to the earth. You see, coming into an environment that there is it's immortality, because in nature nothing dies in nature. You don't see no old ant, you don't see no old monkey. Everything is pure, everything is divine, everything is in harmony with itself. So what nature shows us is that everything is everlasting. But what Babylon shows us, everything has an expiration date. And in Babylon, that's why you see people dying. But that's just an illusion to your head. Nothing dies. But in Babylon, that's why you see death. That's why you see age, because it continues to remind you of the time. It continues to remind you of age. It continues to limit your possibilities of who you are. And that is God. That is all. That is the universe. So until you decide to change your environment, get back in tune to who you are, because we are a cell living within a cell that is in our bodies, and that is the earth realm. The earth realm is inside of our bodies, and it's showing us who we are. And so what you see that is happening outside of your environment is truly happening within. So until you change your environment, Babylon is not conducive for you. Babylon is that lower part of yourself that has been created to show yourself what not to do. But what Babylon has done, because what the devil did, the devil knows that the way that we are genetically created, we're created with a nervous system. So we can feel the environment. We feel, everything is based on feeling. But what has happened, because we have stemmed so far with who we are, we base everything on feeling. We base everything on being subjective. So the devil knows if it can get to that point of view, to your food, because your food is linked to your emotions. So if the devil can control you by your food, they know it can control your mind and everything about you. So what Babylon has done, it has made your environment comfortable. It has given you a controlling environment to make you think that you are in control, but you are not in control. How can you be in control when they control your food and they use nanotechnology to control your genetic makeup, which is your mind, which is your astrological programming? So really, who you are is not who you are. Who you are is your astrological programming, because they can control your food, they can control your environment, they control who you are. So you're walking around, you could even be a good person, but because they control everything about you, you are in disharmony to the environment. You are doing everything that is not in harmony to you. You are in an environment that they polluted the air, they polluted the water, they polluted the food, they polluted the environment, they depleted the earth of all its natural resources. And because you are not conscious of who you are unconscious of what is truly happening. And that's what has happened in the environment of Babylon. They have sealed you off to your source. So when I tell you, you need to get back to the source, to that which you are, which is the tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, that sounds crazy to you. You're thinking that where you should be is in Babylon, and I would say the United States because that's where I came through. You think it's okay. You think it's okay to be in boxes. You think it's okay to be in an environment that put all types of energies together in one melting pot, that you wonder why your mind is so unclear and you don't even know who you are and you don't even know what it's about, because you are exchanging energies with your electromagnetic spectrum, and you don't even know what electromagnetic spectrum is. That's your heart. That's the force field around you. So anything that comes in interference to your electromagnetic spectrum, you become that. Because what did I say? I said that we are always having sex with someone. And don't look at sex as this low vibrational thing where it's just lust and it's just a man and woman. No, it's everything that you come in contact with, you are having sex with. It could be people, it can be environment, it can be everything, and you are consuming it. With your all being, you are consuming everything. And just like you think you are selective with the people that you're having sex with, you need to be selective with the environment that you have allowed yourself to be. So when you hear the truth, when I tell you need to get out, when I say you need to get your passport and you need to get back to the environment that is conducive for you, you should hear that and you should move and you should go. I'm the cell within your body that is telling you how to move and how to migrate. Because what has happened to our environment in Babylon, we have become the cancer cells, to where we are a part of the host, and we don't even realize that we are the host, and we are consuming the host, and we are destroying the host. But then once you destroy the host, that is it for you. You see what I'm saying? And so don't look at your diet as just being just food. It goes beyond what you put in your mouth. It goes beyond the food that you're eating, because you're eating everything. Now, once you control the people that you have around, and once you control the environment you choose to be in, which is nature, you know what I'm saying? Because once you get into nature, it is going to show you who you really are. And you want to be shown who you really are, because who wants to be in this reality and not know who they really are, and not know why they come here, and not know what this is truly all about? And nature will show you that, because in nature, it's pure and it's divine, and there's nothing that's going to distract you, because in nature, everything is in harmony with nature. You see the animals being what they are. They cannot get out of tune to who they are, because they're in the circadian rhythm to everything. So you can see yourself within those beings, which is the animals, which is the plants, which is everything. But when you're in Babylon, they do all that they can to distract you with the media, with the people, with the food, with the idea, with the alter ego, who you think you are, because you have been programmed since you've come into this reality. That's what they call the mystery of iniquity, because when you are born in the iniquity of sin. You are born born of what is going against itself, the evil that is going against itself. That is the true divine order of how things are. That is what the mystery of iniquity is, and you have been born into that. But you, according to your astrological program, you will decide if you're going to listen to that call and if you're going to decide to follow it. Now, there are some astrological programs that are here to show you what not to do, but you will decide if you are that astrological program that will be the immune system to the earth, to all that is. It's up to you whether you want to decide or not. Now, some of you, it's not going to be up to you. You are here to be what not to be, okay? So once you get to the people and once you get to the environment, then that's when you can get to the food. Because when you come into the environment and when you become the environment and when you understand what the environment is, which is nature and where you're supposed to be, and when you allow yourself to be with those that resonate with what is pure and divine, then that's when you can get to the actual food aspect. Because in the tropics, food is abundant. You don't have to pay for food. And what Babylon has done, Babylon has controlled your food system, because they know if they can control your food, they can control you. But see, in nature knows better. Nature, if you truly are in nature, you will see that the fruit trees are abundant. The sun always shines in nature. You know what I'm saying? And so you are in an environment where you don't have to be subjected to Babylon's ways of having to go to work and having to focus on money so that you can get your food, so that you can survive. Because in nature, when you are in harmony with nature, then you will know how to be self-sustaining. You will know how to grow your own food. Then you will know how to honor the tree, because the tree is the nervous system of our planet, just like the nervous system of ourselves, of our being is our hair. You will also coincide that with the earth itself. So you will not want to do anything that will go against nature. You will not want to do anything that will create havoc in your reality. Because if you create disease, if you create disharmony within your planet or within the earth's realm, you have created that within yourself, because that's all it is. So don't be so caught up in the food. But if you continue to follow these steps of carbonation, people, the environment, and food, you will be okay. You will truly understand what this realm is. This is just the beginning. This is basics. This is basics that we're feeding you. We're feeding you, look, it's the people, it's the environment, it's the food. Once you get that, then you can really get to the point of what the Christ consciousness is. Because until you can get those three things, you can't really hear the call. You can't really fully understand what's really going on, because every day we continue to evolve. Every day, because we are in the environment, we are with the people, we are eating the food that is consuming us, that will allow us to become more of our astrological programming, and our minds are being open to where we can really hear and we can understand, because we were right at the tower at the sun. Because between the tribe of Cancer and Capricorn, that is the tower, that is the melanin, because everything has melanin. I am melanin, everything. So as long as I am close to that which I am, I can hear the call from the ether. I'm connected, you see. But if you're in an environment that is blocking you because they are putting chemtrails, then you will not be able to hear. It's like a fuzzy signal, just like with your cell phone. You want to get to the tower where you can get a good signal. Your body is it's a center for receiving electrical signals. See? And if you're in an environment that's giving you the less signals, you will not be able to hear. I don't understand why people are so caught up in the tangible items outside of themselves, but all the tangible items outside of yourself is just a replica of who you are. Because everything that was created was just a replica of the human body. You see? Everything is a duplication of us. Everything. If you look around, the cell phone, the computer, we are a computer, we are cell phones. If you look at the cars, you look at everything. It's a replica of us. But we have got so disconnected what us is, you know what I'm saying, that you don't truly understand what's really going on. Everything is all in your mind at the end of the day. And so if you can treat everything outside of you like you would treat yourself, like if you could truly love yourself, then there you go. Yeah, I had to get that out because it's like I had talked about Peopletarian before, but now I'm receiving more codes. Now I'm getting more understanding about it, and like I said, people was always ask me what is our diet, and I had posted the food pyramid to show you what our diet is, and it's people, it's the environment, and then it's the food. Because I'm telling you, like, if you come to nature, and I am in the tropics, and the thing that I do love about being in the tropics, now there are Babylon everywhere, but the thing about the tropics is that they have a closer understanding of who they are, because the food that they have here is the food that they grow. So the food that I'm eating is allowing me to stay more connected to the earth. I am more grounded because of the foods that I'm eating. I am in tune to the earth because I'm in tune to the environment. I'm in tune to the weather because of the food that we eat. I'm only eating what is being grown. But see, what has happened in Babylon, what they have done, they have allowed the food, they have taken hostage of the food. And so what they do, they grow food in Holland, they grow food in Mexico, they grow food here. And so you're eating food that is not based on the environment that you're in, because in Babylon, it's not tropic. So why are you eating tropical food? Why are you eating avocados and pineapples and mangoes? That is not the environment that you're in. And they're allowing you to think that you should be eating this food all year long, but you're eating food in an environment that you're not in. So why don't you just move to the environment of the food that you're eating? It doesn't make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So I just wanted to share that. I just wanted to get that out. I know I said a lot, but, that's all I wanted to say. I know somebody got a message. I know I opened somebody's mind to this. Just think about the people that you're around. Think about the people. It's the people. Be a peopletarian. Forget about being vegan, fruitarian, vegetarian. Be peopletarian, because the people that you are around will affect you more than that piece of fruit. That'll affect you more than that vegan meal that you just created. Because you can create a delicious vegan meal, but then when you're around somebody that's just negative, you're around a person that don't know who they are, you're around a person that's trying to hinder you to get to where you're trying to be, that vegan meal don't mean anything, because people will affect you more faster than the food will. Now, the food will affect you over time, but then at the same time, I think it's your mindset. I think it's your astrological programming. I think it's because you don't even know what your astrological programming is, and that's why eventually you will start seeing a disharmony in your being. You will start seeing a disease in your being and a disease in your environment, because you don't know who you are at the end of the day, because that's all disease is. It's a lack of knowledge of yourself, and then it's a symbol. It's everything symbolic. It's a symbol of what you are thinking about. So then it shows up in your body. Everything around you is symbols. Your body is a symbol of your astrological program. It's a symbol of that which you are, and it shows up in your whole being. So just like with your thoughts, everything that you're thinking and everything that you see outside of yourself is a symbol of what you are thinking. So look at the people that you're around. The people that you are around are the people that's showing you who you really are. So don't get caught up in what looks good, because what looks good and what feels good may not be good for you. Okay, I can say that again. Just like the foods you're eating, the meat that you're eating, because food is tied to your emotions. So they know they can control your emotions. They know they can control everything. They can control you through everything, by the people you're around and by the food that you eat. So remember that. Always stay objective in your thinking. Don't allow things to hinder you because of what it feels like or what it perceives to be. And if you really want to know how you're looking at this reality, look at your Mercury, because your Mercury is how everything is filtered through your astrological program. And if you can get your astrological program, which is in your Mercury, you can see what type of thinking you are always vibrating on, because sometimes people are just subjective because of their Mercury. So if you know that with knowledge, then you will know what you need to do when that is happening. You see what I'm saying? But always remain objective. Always look at a situation from what you feel it should be, but look at it how it is based on facts, on what you know, because you are studying yourself constantly, because they will tell you anything if you don't know nothing. Okay? All right. I love myself.